Good morning. I have this habit, I've had it for a long time, where if I really want to remember something, I will write it on the top of my hand between my index finger and my thumb. And there it remains. And this habit works for me when I don't want to forget something, when it's really important, like everything I do with my hand waves that reminder in front of my face. And it works. It works for me, and that's why I keep doing it. There are a lot of analogies between human beings and the divine that we make in these videos and in our prayer life, and theologians as well. But this is one area where it's a little different. We are told in Scripture that our name is carved on the hand of the divine. That everything that God does, every healing action, every loving encounter, every resolution that God is able to achieve with humanity and even in our own personal lives, that we're right there in the middle of that action. God hasn't written this in ink like I have, that washes away, or a tattoo that fades. Your name is incised, carved on the palm of the hand of God. That's a profound realization, something we can never take for granted. And when we think about that reality in this time of isolation, it can be a great consolation. All of our normal interactions with people have gone by the wayside. Our casual calling someone up or having a cup of coffee or lunch or dinner or a glass of wine, all of that no longer exists in the same casual, easy, familiar way. And even if you might feel more comfortable going out during this time of pandemic, perhaps your friend doesn't. And so that ease of connection exacerbates, it emphasizes the isolation that we feel. When we think about the hand of God and our name there present, that can tell us that even when we are forgotten by human beings, the God who loves you, you're never out of God's mind. And this is where the parallel kind of lacks a little bit too. God doesn't carve our name on that hand in order not to forget us. I believe that your name is there in the hand of God because God celebrates you. God honors you. God respects you. And so in the middle of all of that love action that takes place from the heart of the divine, you are invited to be part of that. God is not a linear thinker like we are. We go from point A to B. And therefore, we've got our direction during the day, and we need to tick those boxes and not forget. God is far more organic and not limited by deadlines or by schedules or by lists. God's thinking about you. God's having you there in the center of that heart that loves all of humanity is a reality that never changes. And so I would say today it's important for us to remember that. Because during this time of pandemic and isolation, we might feel terribly forgotten. We might feel forgotten even by God. That our experience is so miserable. We've lost people. We've lost livelihoods. We've lost our way of life and our homes in some cases. Trust that your name, inscribed there in the palm of God, is real, and that even if you don't get an answer to those prayers in a linear fashion, God has never forgotten you. And that love is eternal. You can bet your life on it.